heard of the term cutting the cord? Yeah, I got a couple of hands here. Okay. So this refers to when you cancel your subscription to cable TV, satellite, dish, and you switch to streaming. So you don't need the box or the dish or anything that connects with the cables to your TV. Instead, when you stream, it comes through your internet connection to your TV. And we'll talk a little bit about what you need in order to do that. So streaming refers to any media, live or recorded, that is delivered to your computer, mobile device, TV, smartphone, whatever it is, over an internet connection. So the content is coming directly to your TV or device. No more boxes, no more cords, just all flows through the internet. So who is streaming? Everybody is streaming, which is why you're here to find out more about it. So in 2024, the average U.S. household subscribes to 3 to 4 streaming platforms. And these are both paid and free platforms. We'll get into more of the details, talking about some different free options. That's a great thing about streaming, is that you can customize the content to what you want to watch. So why should streaming matter to you? Well, it saves you money. When we pay for a TV service, we're usually paying for a lot of channels, a lot of which we don't even watch. If you're like me, you watch a handful. When you switch to streaming, you can choose what your content is. When you switch to streaming, you also don't have to pay for whatever the dish box may be or whatever set-top box comes with the cable. It helps to eliminate TV taxes and remote fees as well, so you can cut down costs. And like I said, you can customize your streaming content to your habits, your desires of what you want to do. So how do you stream?
All right. So how do you stream? You will need a smart TV for this. This is a TV with internet integrated into it. If you don't have a smart TV, that's okay. You would need a device such as a Roku. We have some options up here. And so this just plugs into the side with an HDMI port. Makes your TV a smart TV. And now you're internet ready and good to stream. This is a Fire Stick. Same thing, goes in the HDMI port. And then the other one is an Apple. So now that we've talked about getting it set up for streaming, platforms. Has anyone heard of platforms before? We'll talk about those a lot. Some popular streaming platforms that you may have heard of are Netflix, Prime Video, Peacock, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, and Disney are some of the popular ones. Other streaming platforms that are out are Hallmark Movies now, the Discovery Channel, Showtime, and the Lifetime Movie Club. And all of those can be customized to exactly what you're looking for. Have you noticed that live sports are starting to move to streaming? Have you noticed that? Yeah. Thursday Night Football is now through Amazon Prime. Peacock NBC streaming service will have exclusive rights to primetime playoff games starting in January. YouTube TV is now the platform for watching the NFL Sunday Ticket package. And as traditional TV customers become a thing of the past, we'll start to see more of our favorite shows and channels doing the same thing and moving the content to streaming on a platform. So in your packet, if you have one, if not, it's gonna be up here. These are some different platforms that are out there. HBO Max, Hulu. Hulu does start at $8. That is not your live TV that would be for. The live TV starts at $76.99. MBS, that is our app at Lynxx. That'll have all your live local channels, and that starts at $120.70. Netflix, Sling, Fubo, Prime Video. Who all has Amazon Prime already in their house? So this is already included, being an Amazon Prime member. So you are already receiving this and can go on and already have a platform that has free movies on there, different TV shows, Thursday Night Football. You can watch on there if you're already an Amazon Prime member. So, and then Valley Sports is a new one that just recently went on. They have their own app as well. So if that's just strictly something you like to watch with Valley Sports, you want nothing else, you can now monthly rent Valley Sports. So free streaming, which I know a lot of people are interested in. Before, Zeem used to be called View It. Has anyone heard of View It in here before? Okay. View It just switched over in the past month and a half to Zeem. So this is what the new app is called now. Anyone live in the Madison DMA? Madison. So they get Madison news, and they want to see lacrosse news. You can watch it on Zeem. Zeem is where you can get Channel 8 again, and it is all free. So that's your live news all over Wisconsin. Whoever is participating in that, you can watch it on Zeem for free. It is just a platform app that you would put on your smart TV. Pluto is another one that does offer up to 250 channels that are free as well. Tubi TV has the option if you watch their ads. So if you're fine as watching some commercials, they have free channels as well. There's more streaming services out there. There's different researches that we can do, and we can definitely help you with that today to find what's best for you.
Okay, so going on, what do you need to stream? Has anybody heard of the spinning wheel of death, as we like to call it? That horrible wheel. How do you get the spinning wheel of death? Well, you don't have enough internet bandwidth to support what you're watching. So think of the internet coming into your home as water coming through a garden hose. If you have a low internet speed, the water, proverbial water, coming through the hose comes at a slower and lower rate. So what happens if you're trying to do something online that requires more power than the trickle that is coming through your hose? Well, if you have a lot of devices that are connected, you're trying to download a bunch of content, then we're going to get that spinning wheel because we don't have enough power coming through our hose to be able to handle everything that we're trying to get through our network. If you have faster internet, it's like turning the hose to the power spray setting. If you have one of those really fun nozzles on your hose, which is blast. And so all of a sudden the water is flowing through the hose and coming out really fast, very quickly, and there's a lot of it. And when you have a higher internet speed in your house, this is what happens in your home. So the nozzle is pumping out more water. In the internet world, we call it bandwidth. And it covers the devices in your home with enough power so you can stream, watch, scroll, play, whatever you want to do. And you don't get that spinning wheel. Netflix says that you need 5 megabits per second to stream full HD content, and 25 megabits per second for 4K Ultra HD content. So if you have multiple devices that are streaming at once, or if the kids or grandkids are on their phones or game systems, iPad, whatever it may be, if you have a smart doorbell, a smart thermostat, a smart dishwasher, a smart whatever in your home, all of these things are using that internet bandwidth, right? So we need our water spray, our internet bandwidth that's coming through our home to be able to supply the power for all these things to operate at once. So it's better to go with a higher speed that will cover all your devices and get you what you need, instead of going with a lower speed and suffering with that spinning wheel or lag, as we call it. I will note that there are times that you can see a spinning wheel even when you have high bandwidth. And one of these examples is streaming. So Monday, Thursday nights, for example, when a lot of people are watching football, we saw this several months ago when these platforms were really kind of pushing these, football content, whatever else, to streaming, and all these people are tuning in to watch. Because there were so many people watching on these platforms at once, then it slowed down on the networks. So that's an example of when it's not our bandwidth, you have plenty to make everything work in your house, it's the network slowing stuff down because they don't have the power on their end to make everything go with the amount of people watching, which is a good problem to have because they want viewers, but we can see that every once in a while. So as far as internet goes, I don't know who's a Lynxx customer here, who's not, but our speeds start at 500 megabits per second. And our highest one is 8 gig. So we have 500, 1 gig, 2 gig, 8 gig. And we did that to accommodate what we foresee as households needing connectivity. We did up our speeds in the last year, and it was just because so many households are using so much bandwidth, and we wanted to help be prepared for the future. So.
You can start wherever you want. Streaming services often offer a first free month, so you can try different options. There's no annual commitments with them, and you can cancel anytime, which is a nice option. If you want to try YouTube TV for a month, try it out, see if you like the layout of it. Same thing with Hulu. See which structure works better for you. Amazon Prime. Like I said before, if you do already have Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Prime Video. And so that is a nice feature that you can use as well. Start with some free services and see what you think. You can add paid options as you go, depending on what you watch. Fubo, I know, is one that there's paid options that you can add in. And then figuring out what equipment you'll need. So if you don't have a smart TV, figuring out what the right equipment that you're going to need for your devices. The TV plugs into the HDMI port. Like a Fire Stick, Roku, like we showed you up here as well with those. You just plug that in, go to that HDMI setting, and so if you want to use MBS streaming service, which that is our app that we personally have, call us first to make sure that you're getting the right streaming device. We do have a list on our website so that you can see. Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple are the three that you can use with our streaming app. We do have one Fire Stick, which is the Lite, that does not work with our app.
MBS has, we call it a linear format. There it is. So it looks like traditional TV if you look at this guy. Other streaming platforms, if you use them, like Hulu or Amazon Prime, they put things into categories a lot of the time. So it'll be like action movies and TV shows. So it just has a different feel to it. So if you like this type of feel, the more traditional TV feel for your streaming, this is tied to the Lynxx Networks set-top box. They're $10 a month, and like Megan said, you need one for each TV you want to put it on. So, sorry.
No, you're good. Fire Stick. This is important. If you do choose a Fire Stick as your means of streaming, you must have an Amazon account. So it doesn't cost anything to set up an Amazon account. You would just need to log in, get your account set up, and then that way it'll prompt you through when setting it up. With a Roku, a credit card is required when setting up the account. And it'll let you do that right on the screen as well. If you use Apple TV device, you need to have an Apple ID account set up first as well. So if you already have an iPhone, you're ready to go. Understanding the number of included streams and devices. So we talked about this when we discussed streaming TV platforms. Take our streaming service, for example. We offer 3 streams, 5 devices. So what this means is you can stream 3 TVs at the same time and have the app uploaded on 5 devices. We do offer it for an extra cost. You can do 6 streams on 10 devices. What it means is if you have any of these streams on 5 devices, that means you put the streaming app on 5 devices, including TVs, smartphones, tablets, etc. However, only 3 of those devices can be streaming the app content simultaneously. So if you have a big streaming household with lots of people, then it might be worth paying for your streaming provider to have more streams.
You can have your app, like he was talking about, loaded on 5 things: TVs, iPad, smartphone, whatever it is, those 5. But you can watch 3 at one time, simultaneously. Okay, we're gonna run through this real quick. So this is on our website. If you go to streaming TV, and then there's an option for, there we go, learn more about streaming TV, right there. So you click there, and it takes you to this really cool guide. Get started with streaming. And if you can get to, yep, right there, perfect. Okay, so the live TV streaming services. We're gonna click our DMA, which is Madison. This is our local channels. Okay, so tell me something somebody likes to watch. Favorite channels? HGTV. We're just gonna type that in there. Okay, perfect. Okay,
Let's do like 5 or 6.
yep. Anybody
PBS.
else? What's something else we like to watch?
PBS.
PBS. One more.
Travel.
Travel?
Hallmark.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Discover.
Valley Sports.
Okay, let's throw Valley on there too. This will give us a good mix. Okay, so you can type in all the things you like to watch in this nice little tool here. So this compares all the different streaming platforms out there. You can see how the Lynxx TV stacks up against all of them. If there's a check mark going across here, it means that Sling, for example, has HGTV, as does Hulu Live. If there's a plus mark here, it means the channel is available as an add-on. You can pay extra to get that particular channel. And we can figure out what streaming apps seem to work best for you. But it kind of helps to drive your purchasing, and that way you're not subscribing to a whole bunch of stuff you don't need. You can see, oh, these are all the things I like to watch. This is the streaming platform for me. So that's our content that we have. Questions?